There are apps that help you stay off your phone while studying. For example, one that grows a tree. When you have the app open, r/ask Reddit by online comps. What are some study tips for high school students who are struggling and want to improve? When I'm trying to learn something, I pretend that I'm teaching someone. And for some reason this helps. Write notes down. There's something about reading notes written down by yourself, and it stays longer in your memory. Treat it like a job. Hit the books Monday through Friday the 9th of May. Work in the library, not your room or apartment. Don't miss a class. Work ahead during that 40 hours. This method worked wonders for me, and I never had to stay up late trying to cram stuff. If you use flashcards, start with 2 or 3, and slowly add in more to the deck once you've mastered a few. I used to think flashcards didn't work because I'd sit there with a deck of 50 wondering why I couldn't remember any when I got back to the beginning. Maybe this is obvious for some people, but was a life-changing moment for me when a high school teacher recommended Reading tips. Don't highlight for the sake of highlighting without giving a reason. At the end of every text you highlight, write a short sentence explaining why you're highlighting that part. 2 or 3 keywords works also. At the end of every chapter in the textbook, write summary of it that is at least a page long. If the chapter is broken into a lot of sections, write half a page for each section. Reading the summaries will help when test time comes, and you can reuse the summaries in your essays if applicable. Writing tips. Write your introduction last. It sounds crazy, but this allows you to restructure the essay. If you see it's not flowing correctly, use an outline or a brainstorm map. Even if it's only a couple of words, seeing your paper in the flesh, even in the embryonic stage helps. Use the voice recorder app on your phone. If you get an idea for your paper or project and can't write it down at that moment, you're gonna forget it. If you leave it for later, if you're not doing it already, write your papers in Google Docs. It saves per keystroke, so you don't have to worry about losing work. If your computer crashes, proofread your work by reading it out loud. If you can't have someone proofread it for you, you'll catch a lot of errors this way, instead of just using your eyes. If you don't pay for printing, then print out a copy and go over it manually. Time management. 45/15. 45 minutes of work for every 15 minutes of rest. Start with this and reduce it the closer you get finishing your paper/task. 30/30, 15/45, etc. I use 15-minute intervals. Use whatever you want. Homework organization. Start by doing your easier HWs first and scale upwards towards the hardest. The easier HWs will get you in the groove quicker than tackling the harder one-on-ones will. Going for the harder problems first already has you at a disadvantage and will discourage you from doing work. Study in short bursts. I remember a psych prof in college saying it's been proven that after 20 to 30 minutes of studying, your brain starts to retain less and less information. So study for 20 to 30 minutes. Take a quick 10-minute break. Then go back to studying. Place your phone in another room while studying. There's apps that help you stay off your phone while studying. For example, one that grows a tree when you have the app open and kills it if you leave the app too soon. And eventually you can look back on the forest you've grown through your studying. App looks like it's called Forest. And while it's not free, there seems to be a way to convert your virtual trees into real, planted trees. It's free for the most part. Only thing premium does is plant real trees. Don't procrastinate or take a break before doing your work. The second you get assigned homework, start it immediately after school. This one might be obvious, but it's something that helps me out. This is not exactly a study tip, but if you don't understand anything, no matter how stupid, never shy away from asking a teacher. Just to add on a little bit. Don't ever get home and start to play a video game or watch some TV. You'll never get to starting your work. I did this a lot when I was in high school, and you'll see your grades slip. One mistake I made in high school was assuming that my teachers were always good. at dispensing content in an understandable way. There's so much variance. Depending on your teacher. Plague your teacher with questions before/after class. They're, hopefully, there to help you. Take notes during class. Take a picture of the board if you need to. If your teacher goes off slideshows, get copies of each lecture. Supplement your teacher's lectures with lectures from the internet. There's almost always someone online who's figured out a better way to divulge the info than your teacher. If your teacher is confusing or going too fast, let them know, maybe multiple times. They might not realize. Look into private tutoring. Maybe your school offers it. Or your teacher would be willing to help. Or something online. A good tutor analyzes what you know, so they can teach at your level. Get enough sleep and eat right. Keep your brain running at high efficiency. For efficient studying. Stop being so worried about ducking up right now. You can fix it far easier than you think. High schools put so much pressure on you to figure out what you want to do with your life. But some college professors have told me that they were in like 2 or 3 years to a program before they found what they were actually passionate about. I switched from sociology to English. And then I remembered that I love history more than anything else. So don't worry about it too much. My dad didn't go to college until he was 45. Don't fear failure. One reason lots of kids struggle with school is the pressure. But there are many paths in life. 99% of them don't rely on how well you did at school. And all of them are good. Once you take the pressure off, you are more free to succeed. However that looks to you. Study with your friends. Last year, my app physics teacher did not know how to do physics, such that he couldn't answer his own quiz questions. He'd probably get a 2 on the exam. Anyways, my friends and I would frequently hop on Discord to study together. I or one of my friends would screen share millisecond paint in order to show the others how we did something. Ultimately this helped 2 of the 3 of us pass the app exam, despite the unfortunate teacher. Please like and comment on the video, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to click the bell icon. Doing so will help stop global warming and help these fluffy icebergs. Thanks for watching and be positive.